Okay. Yep. Come on. I believe so. Yep. Yeah. Okay. New channel. Say some. Alrighty. I'm live. Maybe. Okay. There we go. Why is it not letting me? Okay. Hopefully y'all can hear me. It said everything was working. Blah blah blah. Sorry, I'm smoking. Okay, got rid of that. So I was just watching this really cool video, and the lady was laminating napkins, which I think I'm going to try one day. Not today. I am going to try today. Let's show you guys Mr. Creepy. He's not ready to be painted yet. But let's see if we can show him. Oh, that's not all of him. There he be. Just need to paint him shortly. Yeah, okay. Let me turn the... You guys... oh, yeah, you can see it. See the candle all flickery in there? Yeah. I've got a piece of tracing paper in there that I colored yellow, not yellow at all, orange. I colored orange. And then I got, hello! I'm going to turn that off. I'm still, you can see the, oh, there it is. There's the paper inside and the candle. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put a piece right here so that he'll be a top, I think. I don't know. I may not. I haven't really decided. But, and he stands all by himself. So I'm kind of proud. I think I did, for my very first tree, I don't think I did half bad. I'm still debating though. I was actually thinking about making his nose a little longer, like a tree branch. I haven't decided yet. That's the only thing I'm debating on. But when I go to paint him and everything, you can hear he's nice and, I guess you guys can hear that. He's nice and solid. But I made it so, let's see if I can get, you see how his root systems, even the back one, I kind of made it so it would kind of look like he was walking, I guess is what I was going for, except for this one. I forgot to bend that one. But it's okay. I may still be able to bend this. Yeah, I'm not going to try to bend it. It might break. But yeah, I definitely think his nose needs to be longer. I thought that would be cute. But yeah, I'm kind of proud of him. I don't think he turned out half bad. Some of him is still a little wet. I even did the underneath. Oh, I missed that spot. So I have to do that spot and then I can paint him. So he'll sit there for right now. I took my son to work and then I stopped at my Dollar Tree. course, I stopped at Dollar Tree. Why wouldn't I stop at Dollar Tree, right? My Dollar Tree had a ton of DVDs. So I got Alfred Hitchcock. Sorry about the glare. Let's see. It says DVD 1 is Murderer. DVD number 2 is Sabotage. And The Jamaica Inn. Ooh. And then it has a trailer for the birds on there, which is kind of cool. I got this one. It says based on actual phenomenon. And it's called Awaken the Shadow Man. Shadow Man. Nightmares Come to Life. Oh, my hand's in the way. And let's see. So I don't know. It says, after the mysterious disappearance of their mother, estranged brothers reunite to piece together the terrifying circumstances of her affairs alongside the help of a local bereavement group. The brothers discover an unknown supernatural force lurking in the shadows. Sounds kind of good. I actually like horror movies. I bought The Grudge 2 and then realized I didn't have The Grudge. So I bought The Grudge. I've seen this one. But I haven't seen 2 yet. And this one is The Bell Witch, A Haunting. America's most famous haunting has returned. And I thought this was really cool because I'm in Tennessee, and that's where supposedly the Blair Witch is. I'm also a giant Paul Walker fan. And this is called Brick Mansions. I think I believe I've already seen this, and I was like highly disappointed in it because if it's the one I'm thinking of, it's the movie they released right after his death, and they didn't do any like real editing or anything, and so the quality of the movie was just absolute crap. So I'm hoping, because now it's on Blu-ray, that it is better. That they actually took the time to edit it and all that and just not profit off of his untimely death. Which I was really, really mad when that movie came out. I've never seen this at my Dollar Tree. Crafters Square. It says laser tape. You don't get a whole lot on the rolls. I'll open it so there's not that big of a glare. Yeah, I'm a horror freak. I love horror movies. Okay. There is really not a lot of tape on these. That's how much. You see, that's not a lot of tape. But I mean, it is $1, so yeah. Okay, when I stopped it, I had to yeah, the colors are gorgeous. I figured it probably wouldn't stick right. But then I got to thinking, hey, if these little things really work, after I run this out, maybe if, oh, they do pop off. Ah, I could put other washi on here. That was my funkin' anyway. Hello. How are you? I thought that said purple. Backyard farm. The other thing, okay, I have got to say, Dollar Tree is stepping up their game. With these wooden cutouts. This is also Crafter's Corner. It's 10 pieces and it's flowers. And then I got the 10-piece butterflies. So, I mean, there is so much we can do with these. Oh, I think they're balsa wood. Yes, they're balsa wood. Because balsa wood, you can really bend and flex like that. I use that in a lot of miniature stuff. But these, they're very lightweight. So you could put these on journals. If you do flower arrangements, you could use them as picks. You know, kids' birthday party. You use them as name tags, name plates. I don't know. All kinds of goodies. I'll have to think of something to do with these butterflies. I just love butterflies. And of course, love flowers. These were the only two. Oh, well, they had dinosaurs. I'm not into dinosaurs. My kids are like in their 20s. So, and I don't have any grandkids. Flowers are the same way. They're out of balsa wood. They're a nice thickness. Very lightweight. I can see decoupaging some napkins on these. And apparently only the very last one has that on there. But I know balsa wood, you can wood burn if you're into that. I think they're too big for an ATC, aren't they? I've got my blanks here. And they stick out a little bit, but that's what it would look like on an ATC. The butterfly would just almost fit. Just a little bit of his wings hang off. I've been to Dollar Tree 3 times. That's not 3. Been to Dollar Tree 3 times because I was going to get more hair gel. Guess what I didn't get? Again, more hair gel. Miss Ray was telling me to put hair gel in this, and I just added a drop of food coloring to it, and I mixed it up. So my eyeballs are in there, but I wanted to fill it up. Yeah, I keep forgetting the flipping hair gel. So I guess I'll be stopping by Dollar Tree again tomorrow. And I'm actually going to write hair gel on my hand so that I remember to get hair gel tomorrow. If you saw my video yesterday, these stupid nails, I showed that I got, I think it was yesterday. Yeah, yesterday was Monday. I got these King Arts artist mixed media gel sticks. I had absolutely no idea what these were. I just thought $6.99. It says mixed media. It's got to be something awesome. So I actually typed in how to use this into YouTube, and I found a guy who actually bought some off Amazon. Now he got 22, I believe it was, for $19. So his had white, black, and other colors. Mine are just they're metallic colors. It's gold, copper, bronze, red, pink, purple, violet, light blue, blue, green, light green, and silver. And apparently they are just like gelatos. So yay! They're water soluble. And he was doing a color swatch, but he does instead of just doing like this or something. My frame, yeah, okay. Instead of doing something like this, he draws a picture of a girl and then uses the girl for his color swatches. So I was wondering if these are like gelatos. I'm probably in the wrong drawer. Okay. I had picked these up and I forgot what I did with the box. But they're paint sticks. And they're creamy. I got these at Dollar General because they were supposed to be metallic. So I'm wondering if oh, cool. Awesome. Yeah, I'm saving up till Christmas. Because that's usually when they have their 50% off coupons. And I've already got the dollhouse picked out. But I'm wondering if these paint sticks would be the same as a gelato. I don't know much about these. Like I said, I threw the box away like a dipstick. I don't think it's still in. No. I got 2 packs. I got the regular, and then these are glitter. My oil pastels are in this container. And then I've got my Tim Holtz Distress crayons. And the reason why I got these paint sticks was I had picked these up because someone said these were like gelatos. And they say paint sticks. But this one says no water needed. So I don't know. I have to play with all this stuff. I haven't either. Aww. They had the samples for the picnic table too. Red and white. Oh. Yeah, I've never played with gelatos, but after watching this guy just do his little swatch test on the girls, it was so fascinating because they're like where's my there we go. We'll get this. What he was doing, let's draw something. Is that a pencil? Oh, hey, look, it's a pencil. This is where I was texting my alcohol inks yesterday. This is just, what is this? This is just a drawing pad. It's a medium weight, 70 pound. I think I got this at Ollie's. Let's see, let's just draw something. What do I want to draw? Let's just do a doodle. Oh, did that doodle with the page? There we go. Let's do a doodle. But what he was doing with them is he was, and they are very smooth and creamy, like butter. They do smear. I don't know if you guys can see that. Let's see if I can bring it closer. Gotta move my Hershey Kisses. That's me. We don't want to see me. We want to see the paper. There we go. That's a little bit better. I'm just gonna. The other thing you can do is you can take it directly from the tip. Well, if you put water out, you can do it directly from the tip. So I thought that was cool. I think I need to put something under that. Oh well, if it goes through, it goes through, right? But they are just so creamy and so smooth. And you can use them like watercolors. That's what I was so amazed with. It was just like, wow. And there is quite stay. There is quite a lot of product in here. Let's see. I don't know. I looked to see if there was like ounces or anything like that, and there wasn't. But you get that much. That was to the end. Now I hope it'll go back in there. Okay, it will. Good. He tried using a blending stump, and I think he said it wasn't very good. But he said that could have been the paper he was using. But yeah, I thought this was so cool watching him last night. I wish they'd have had more of these in the other colors. I definitely would have got them. Because after seeing what he paid for 20, I think it said 20, it may have been 24. Like I said, he paid $20. I only paid $7. I didn't even pay $7 because I got so much off. So for 12. So yeah. Oh wait, what was that? That was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm trying to keep them in order so when I do my swatch, I'll be able to know what colors went where. The case I'm not too impressed with. Mine does not stay closed. I mean, it's a cool idea and everything, and it just could be because, you know, manufacturing or whatever. That's supposed to be red. That does not look red. That looks pink. That looks like a light pink. But if they want to call it red, okay. Hey, Jen. What does it look like on y'all's screen? What do you think? Does that look red? Nope, you can't see. I guess that kind of looks red. All right, that looks red on camera, but it's hot pink here. So I'm wondering if that's another reason why they were maybe at Tuesday morning. I don't know much about Tuesday morning. I don't know if they get stuff that maybe somebody made a boo-boo on. I just went because I saw other YouTubers go and I wanted to see what they had. And I didn't find anything that anybody else got. Now that one said it's purple. This one should be lilacs. Oh, we don't have no more bubbles. Okay, hold on. It may be too many bubbles now, but oh well, it's okay. Oh, that's pretty. Because I noticed with the markers that I bought, and I'll show those to you. I was going through them, and it's a lot of duplicates, which can be a good thing because if you use a certain color a lot, then you're going to run out. So that blue's pretty. I'm still learning shading and technique and stuff like that. That was the light blue. This is the dark blue. Just like butter. Oh my gosh, this is so pretty. All right, try not to work too hard. This set cost me $6.99. It says it's supposed to be metallic, and you're supposed to be able to see the shimmer. So we'll see. I can see the shimmer in some of them. That was that one. Or was that one? Oh, I've lost count now. 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. The next time I go, I'll look and see if they have any. If they do, I'll text you. Oops, I put too much water on that one. Okay. Oh, darn it. I picked up the same crayon. Okay, well, I guess this crayon is just going to be really green. I meant to get the silver. Oh, yeah, you could definitely. I don't know if you guys can. I don't know if the camera will pick it up. Oh, yeah. Yeah. You guys can see the shimmer. See the shimmer? Oh, that's so flippin' cool. Okay, so that was those. Okay. Now, I want to see if these are the same. If you can do the same thing with these. Oh, wow, these are like uber creamy. These do smear. Let's see if we can use water with them. Oh my gosh, yes. Now, like I said, I can't remember how much I paid for these, but I got them at Dollar General. And they are working just fine with the water. See that purple and that purple? That's a big difference. They're just as creamy. I mean, they are way creamy. Huh? Oh, can you get her some food? Bless you. My son's going on a sneezing fit. Okay, Jen, if you've got a Dollar General near you, pick these up. These are the same thing. And they are absolutely delicious. Oops, I forgot to clean my brush off. Dagnabbit. Oh, hey, it went right over it, though. That's kind of cool. So it is like a true watercolor. They blend out real nice. So, yeah, I'm liking these. And like I said, these are from Dollar General. Let's see what this yellow looks like right there. Should we get that green off? And look how vibrant that is. They blend really good. I take some of that blue and I can make some green down there. So that's cool. Okay, now with the red, I want to... Oh, and see, now that's red. That's definitely red. I like how these are blending. And I'm going to try doing like I did with the other ones. See if I can just take it right from the tip. Oh, yeah. It might be a little bit more muted. But that's okay. I'm thinking these were $3. What? Nothing. I'm doing a video. That's how much product you get. But that's not bad. Okay. Let's see what these metallic ones look like. This is pink. They're just as creamy. Make sure I get that red off there. That pink is pinker than the other one. I hate it when something says it's supposed to taste like something, and then it don't. Okay, like I said, I got these from Dollar General, and they are like, I'm thinking they're $3 a pack. I believe. I don't know. I'll check the next time I go to Dollar General. But that pink is brighter than the other pink that I just got, which is a good thing. But there's the red, there's the yellow, there's the blue, and there's the green, and there's the purple. But I think that these also have more shine than the ones I got for $6, which is kind of amazing to me. That a cheaper brand has more glitz. That was the gold. And they're just as creamy as the other ones. So yeah, Jen, if you've got a Dollar General next to you, look and see if they have these. I found them next to the poster boards and stuff, where they have the poster paints, and they're called paint sticks. They're the same thing as gelatos, and that first thing I was using. This is supposed to be the metallic blue. Let's see what this metallic purple looks like. See, that's the first two purples I did from the other kit. And look how rich these purples are. So these are going to be fun to add with my other ones. But let's see. Oh, wow. Look at the sparkle. I mean, can you see that in those metallics? That has more sparkle than the Kings. And they came from Dollar General. Now I want to get that other set out. I don't remember where I got these. I don't. I know I did a haul video on them, so I'd have to go back and look. Let's see. This is not what I intended on doing today. It really isn't. I was just going to get on here and chit-chat with you all, but yeah. So I'll have to go back, find the video these are on. And hi, Joy. And see how much these were. Let's see. I really need my glasses, and I don't know what I did with them last night. Oops, I forgot to clean my brush off. Yeah, I'm cleaning it off on my hand. Now, these aren't metallics. These are just neons. I don't think that's spreading with paper or water. These may not spread with water. I don't know. I have no idea. We'll try this other one. I'm doing good. How are you doing? Oh, sweet mother peanut butter. Okay, these don't spread with water. I mean, they are, but I don't think. Yeah. What's the word I'm looking for? Water soluble? They're not doing. Huh. Okay. So, those don't spread with water. So, what are these? Metallic and neon. No water needed. Okay, no water needed. So what are these? You just spread them and mush them? Oops, didn't mean to go in there. Okay. They're very soft, but I don't know if it's just this paper, but they don't smear on the paper. The color's not bad for the neons. Let's see what this neon orange looks like. They are very silky. I really wish I could remember. I'm buffering. I don't want to buffer. You're buffering. Let's see. I was gonna say it's not. It didn't buffer. It's not buffering on my end. I even went to view on YouTube and I'm not buffering, so I don't know. Can y'all still hear me okay? I see Joy said she's not buffering. Okay, I saw something. Are they similar to? These here aren't. I'm not sure. These, I thought these were, but these are from Dollar Tree and they're the paint sticks. They are definitely similar to gelatos. And then I got these at Tuesday morning and I paid $6.99 for it. And these are definitely similar to gelatos. This, I don't know if they're like supposed to be gelato, but not water soluble. Yeah, the other two are definitely water soluble. This brand is not, but they feel the same. They're very smooth, like butter. Oh, and they mix with the other colors really well. It's called tempera sticks, paint sticks. Let me see if I can get that on here. Let's see. Okay, there we go. That's what these are. And I hadn't played with them, so I thought, hey, let's see what we can do with these things. Okay, it's at the right end. Yeah. Because I just got the ones that are like gelatos. Yeah, gelatos. I will say I do love how they feel. That is just like so cool. These are going to be so much fun. I was just really hoping that these would be the water too, but that's okay. Because they're so silky. Don't put that in pink. It makes mud. Now these do say that there is 10 grams in each one. So let's see. Okay, it's going back up. Oh no, it's not going to go back down, is it? These I don't remember where I got them from, but the other ones I got from Dollar General. And the other water soluble ones, I don't know if these came from Hobby Lobby or not. I'm going to have to try to find the video where these came from, and then I can tell you guys. I should have like wrote it on there or something. I mean, they're just so creamy and they blend out so nicely. Haha. Am I pulling off the wrong end? No. Okay. That's just like uber amazing. Making just a big old mess. And I love it. I didn't know that made that color. Okay. Works for me. We're going to put some purple next to purple, but oh well. The last ones I used were the metallics. It does have a metallic shine to it. There, you can definitely see the silver has a metallic. But what is sad is the Dollar General ones have the most shine, which are this one. Oops. I'm trying to look at the thing. That one. That one. Where's the other Dollar General one? Oh, and then that blue. So it's these right here have the most sparkle. Let's see if I turn it this. Oh, okay. Now I can see the metallic sheen in the other ones. But you still see it more in the Dollar General one, which is amazing to me. But, you know, they're all going to have their uses. I'm so excited to get to playing with these. I don't know what I'm going to make. This is kind of cool, just like it is. Like I said, I will look up and see where I got these from. Crap, it could have been Walmart for all I know. These may have come from Walmart. Now that I think about it. Oh, anyway, I'll look it up and I'll see where I got them. Hey, found my glasses finally. Like I was saying earlier in my video, I got these from Tuesday morning, but I was going through all of them. There was 6 different ones, but I only got 4 of the 6. And I got the what's this one called? This is the black and gray. This was the red and pink. This was supposed to be pastel. And this is primary. So when I think of it that way, it's cool. But what I noticed is, like I have, this is where I need my glasses. Because I'm blind as a bat. Okay, this one says Cosmos 7. Over here in the pastels, I've got it. I've got 2 pale pink. I've got 2 salmon pink. I have 2 of the some kind of purple. I've got 2 bright purple. I have 2 coral reds. And last night I was thinking, well, that just bites. And then I got to thinking, no, because it doesn't. Because now I have 2 blacks, which is awesome. If you run out of certain colors, now I've got a backup. That's just my thinking. That's how I'm thinking. And plus, I didn't realize that when I looked at them, I was just like, oh, okay, this one has a bunch of pinks and reds in it. This one has blacks and grays in it. This one was pastel-y, and this one was, I don't know, I just grabbed it. I didn't pay attention to what colors were in it. But, like I said, when I go, I wish I could remember what the other 2 were. I might go back and get them one day in the next week and cross my fingers that they're still there. But I didn't think it was bad because, like I said, this little container, somebody sold it for $30 at one time. And I got it for $9. But what I like is it's got the nib. And then it has chisel, I guess is what they're called. But, like I said, these are some colors I already did out of these. Look at them colors. My God, that is just luscious. And that is called Deep Red. This one is orange. I think that one was the purple. I don't remember what blue that was because, like I said, I was just playing. But I will be making, like, swatches and stuff eventually. But just the color was just... Uh-oh. Your phone doesn't like me. Okay. I think it's cool that they have the names on them and they've got numbers on them and stuff. But this is where I don't understand coloring. Because I've got a cool gray. Hold on. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. I have 6 colors that say they're cool gray. But they all have different numbers. And so, yeah, I don't get that. And then over here, this one says it's a warm gray. And then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I have 5 blue gray. That's what they say, blue gray. And they all have different numbers. I mean, I can clearly see there's a shade difference. But I don't understand. I don't understand the wording. And I don't understand the coloring thingy. I mean, like, I get indigo blue. I know that means it's a pretty blue. Then brown for chocolate. I understand chocolate. Chocolate means yummy. And then there's a brilliant blue. There's a pastel blue. I get that. I get pastel pink. And I get pastel peach. And, you know, I get those. But when you start talking about warm gray, okay. And then cool gray, yeah, you've done lost me. But they're still pretty. Like, where's that? Let's see what pastel peach looks like. This is a pastel peach. That's very yummy. And yeah, they just soak right through this paper because this paper is not meant for markers. There's a pale blue. No, God. Ah. Yeah, I'm assuming there's a number series. Well, because they're numbered. Like, it says Cool Gray 3, Cool Gray 0.5, Cool Gray 1, Cool Gray 5, Cool Gray 7, Cool Gray 9. Yeah. And then the blue gray is the same way. It's numbered and stuff. I mean, I'm sure the numbers are significant for something, but cool colors, think of it. Oh, okay. Okay, well, that makes more sense now. Of course, I don't change my makeup colors either. I wear the same colors, but that's all right. But I do get that. Yeah, because in the fall and stuff, you wear warmer colors, and then in the summer you wear cooler colors. That's why when you work in shoes in the winter, you have to put all the pretty stuff up top, and then in the winter, you have to put all the ugly stuff up top. Switch your color schemes. But yeah, I really like how these markers are. And I just love they came in these cute little cases. I have a handle. Ooh, I've made myself dizzy with these glasses. But yeah, I think the thing I'm most excited about is my faux gelatos. I know they're not faux gelatos. See, that's why I didn't like working in shoes. As at the beginning of summer, we had to swip. Yeah, we had to swap the color schemes of shoes twice a year, and that makes sense because it's once in the summer. No wait, fall and summer is when you switch your colors, and I always hated it. I grabbed me a ginger ale today too. Okay, all my crafty friends. I was going to show you guys something. Ah, there it is. Okay. So, my husband bought me the chalk paint. Okay. I got white chalk paint. Matte. Finish. I bought this a while back because I thought I was buying chalk paint. I don't know. It was next to it. I didn't read the thing, but it says white. You can't see that. No, you can't. Here, do it that way. Turn. Okay, white wax. Seals and protects. So, do I, after I paint my project with this, the chalk paint, do I then seal it with this stuff? And if I do, why is it a different color white than the chalk white? And is it going to turn this white that color? Inquiring minds need to know these things. I don't understand any of this stuff. Was this opened already? I don't remember opening this. Did I open it? I may have opened it. But I don't remember opening it. Why would I have opened it? Because this says, I need my glasses. Where did I just put my glasses? All right. It says, white wax is a water-based formula that creates an airy whitewash finish over projects painted with, okay, chalk paint. All right. Apply thin layer of wax to product using, I didn't buy no stupid brush. Do I really have to have their brush? Or a lint-free cloth? Immediately remove excess wax, leaving the white color in the surface recesses. Wait 24 hours before buffing using lint-free cloth to buff surface of project to desired sheen. Apply clear wax on top of project every 6 to 12 months or as needed. Right, okay, sure. Yep, that didn't help me at all. Not at all. Because first it says you can apply it, and I think I got scammer. I think I opened a used bottle. Anyway, not here nor there. Because it says you can paint over waiver. It says you can use it. I don't know. I'll just have to play around with this. Because I don't know what that does or doesn't do. Oh, right. I need to stick that here. I mean, I could paint a flower, but I don't want to waste a flower. But yeah, that's basically all I had today. I really didn't have much. I wanted to play with those because I watched this guy do it. And maybe if I use a clean hand. I'm using a clean hand to see if any of this comes off. Some of the shimmery does, but that's it. No color. I didn't get any color off. So that's good. Ignore these fingers. These already had the color on them. So yeah, I guess that's really it. I'm really, really impressed with it. This is just so cool. So I'll try some on some mixed media paper and let you guys know how that goes. Tomorrow, my dad goes back to the doctor's. I'll pull you guys up now. Hello, it's me. My dad goes back to the doctor's tomorrow. We find out if it's bone cancer or not. Keeping my fingers crossed that it is not. As soon as I get home, I will let you all know what's going on, if it is or isn't bone cancer. And yeah, we'll go from there. I'm keeping my fingers crossed. Trying not to think about it, actually. He did call me just before I went live to see. He goes, "Are we still on for tomorrow?" Yeah. So I think I'm going to call it a day. Thank you for stopping by. If you like this, give it a thumbs up. If you don't, give it a thumbs down. It's all good. If you want to get, what's that whole spiel? If you want to subscribe to see more of me and my weirdness, go ahead and do that. Hit that little bell. It'll let you know if when and if I post something new. My dad has been going to the womb care center for 3 weeks, 4 weeks now. I've lost count. He was bit by a spider 12 years ago, and it never healed. And he wound up getting an infection in his leg, and we thought it was just, something minor. They've been running all kinds of tests on him. They did vein tests. They did, I don't remember what the other tests. They did a whole bunch of tests on him, and they all came back normal. But the doctor wanted to do a biopsy last week for bone cancer because when he was bit by the spider, it did eat some of his bone away. Yeah, 12 years and it didn't heal. The reason why it didn't heal properly is because they did not tell my dad when he came out of the hospital that you're supposed to, every time you change the bandage, you're supposed to massage the area so that the skin doesn't graft to the bone. And nobody told him that. So he's had this wound on his leg for 12 years. And he's just been, taking care of it and stuff, and it never got infected. But he's blind because he's a diabetic. He's going blind in one eye, and he couldn't see, and he thinks he got some of his lotion into it. Yeah, it was a brown recluse that bit him. And so it ate part of the ankle bone, and he's already had that removed. Yeah, and that's what he was saying. So every time he goes in for his wound care treatment in the last 4 weeks, after the first day they went in, they had to clean it out, get as much of the infection as they could out, and then before they repacked it, they would massage around the wound, and then they would pack it. And they told my dad, if it starts to itch or anything, start massaging around it. And so that's what he's been doing. And when he went back, it's not completely closed, but it's closing. And my dad was like, I don't know what's going on. It's actually closing. And that's when they told him that you're supposed to massage it. Yeah, he's definitely um he, in my family, if you get sick, it's like it's one extreme or the other. And like with my dad, he's a diabetic, but he can't take any medicines. Every time they put him on a medicine, the first one, I don't remember what it was, they put him on something. They gave it to him at the doctor's office. He was fine. They got home, and an hour after being home, my mom was calling an ambulance. I'm not sure if he's type 1 or type 2. I just know that is the type 2 that takes insulin, because his doctor said as long as he stays on a diet and keeps his weight down, that they won't put him on insulin. So I'm assuming that's type 1. No, he doesn't take insulin. His doctor threatened him because he had gained a lot of weight. But he dropped all his weight, so he doesn't have to take insulin. But yeah, they've tried him on 5 different medications for his diabetes, and almost every one of them has put him in the hospital. 2 of them almost killed. No, 3 of them almost killed him. Okay, so he has type 2 then, because he's not on insulin. And the reason why they found out he was even a diabetic is when he got bit by the spider, my mom was the one taking care of it. And I went over to see them for something, and at the time she was changing it. And I said, Mom, this was like 4 months later. I didn't even know, because he always wore pants, that he still had that spider bite. And I said, is that the spider bite? My mom goes, yeah. I'm like, Dad's a diabetic. And she's like, no, he's not a diabetic. His doctor checked him for that. I told her, I'm telling you, he is a diabetic. If he wasn't, that should have been healed already. You've already finished all the antibiotics, all this. There's something not right. And she's like, no, your dad's not a diabetic. I'm like, right. And he had a doctor's appointment the next day, and I said, I'm going with you guys. And Dad's like, we don't need you to go. It's fine. Everything's fine. I said, no, I'm going. And so I went with them, and my dad introduced me to his doctor, and I said, my dad's a diabetic. And the doctor's like, oh, so you're a doctor? I'm like, no, you just gave him the wrong test. I said, give him the new test that just came out. And he looked at me and he's like, okay, well, we'll give it a shot. And so they gave my dad the new test, and the doctor came back and he was like, you're a type 2 diabetic, because he said he didn't need insulin. And I can't remember, he said his sugar was like 600 or something like that. And I'm like, how did you not find this with the first test? You know, I'm hypoglycemic, so I know the difference between low blood sugar and high blood sugar. I said, I could have told you guys years ago my dad was a diabetic and nobody wanted to listen. My dad also has blood clots, which when he first got the blood clots, that's when we lived in Florida. I remember them telling my dad there was a chance he could develop diabetes because of the blood clots. So My mom was really sick back in those days, and she really didn't put two and two together a lot. So somebody had to put two and two together. That's why I keep an eye on mine, because I know they say that you can go from hypoglycemia to a diabetic like that. So I keep a good eye on mine. So far, knock on wood, I've not had too many episodes. I did Thursday. It was bad. I took my dad to the doctor's. The air conditioner broke in my truck. And my husband decides, oh, let's go grocery shopping. When we had to take my son to work. I'm like, okay, not a problem. And he piles us all in the truck. And I'm like, why are we taking the truck? I told you there's no air conditioning. And it's like, I think by then it was like 97, 98 outside. Yeah, I know. I've been trying really hard. Yeah, my husband and I were just talking about that because of Thursday. Yeah, he put me in that truck, and as soon as I get overheated, my sugar, and that's the weird thing. My doctor said that there should be no reason for me getting overheated to affect my blood sugar. I'm like, what? What? Why does that not affect your blood sugar? But that's what my doctor says. No, I don't always feel bloated. Now my feet, I've noticed, in the last year, swell a lot. I know I've lost a little bit of weight. I don't think you can tell on camera, but I've lost just a little. Not enough to suit me. Oh yeah, I'm definitely obese. Yeah, because I was talking to her because at the time I was working and I had insurance, and I had got overheated at work, and I didn't realize it. I mean, because it came on gradually, and all of a sudden I started slurring my words, and this is when my old boss worked there. And my old boss was like, you need to check your blood sugar. And I'm like, huh? And she's like, you're slurring your words. You need to check your blood sugar. I felt fine. I didn't feel any different until I had got I got my meter, and I was going to the back of the store, and I got halfway back there and just passed out. It hit like that. I didn't know I was slurring my words, but they said that I was helping a customer is what it was. And the customer said that they could just see the color draining out of my face. And I was slurring my words just a little, but not a whole lot. And so when I went to get her mate to her shoe, she was telling my boss about it because my boss was ringing her up. Had told my boss, you need to check on her. There's something wrong. She turned very pale and she was starting to slur her words. And she goes, "Thank you." She said, "She's hypoglycemia, which means her blood sugar is probably going down and she hasn't realized it yet." And when I passed out, her husband had just happened to be coming to take her to lunch, my boss. And he saw me and he picked me up and he put me in the office. And I kept glucose at the store just in case. And she said she come through the door of the stock room and all she sees is her husband shoving pills down my throat. And she screams at him, "What are you doing?" He said, "I found her passed out. It's her sugar. Look at her." They said that my lips had turned purple and that my eyes had rolled in the back of my head. And I could hear them, but it sounded like a tunnel. And I knew I was in trouble. So I went to the doctors and she's like, "Oh no, your blood sugar's fine. Everything's normal." Okay, whatever. But when we took my blood sugar that day, Chris, that was her husband, actually pricked my finger. And my blood sugar was 30 is what it came up on the meter. How long ago was that? I'm trying to remember how long I've been out of work. Two years. So maybe 5 years ago. I know stress affects my blood sugar. Because just before I got canned, I couldn't keep my blood sugar over 40. No matter what we did, I couldn't do it. And that's when we started doing a lot of research and found out it was I was just getting ready to tell my husband I wanted to quit. Oh yeah. My as a, it's funny but not funny. 2 weeks before I got fired, it was a 25 minute drive from my house to work. So I had gotten my blood sugar dropped to 25 while I was at work. I took 2 bottles of the liquid glucose to bring it up. I got it to 40 and I could not get it to go over that. So the new boss had told me, yeah, my Facebook is Yvonne Marie Grubb, I believe. Yeah, and you can send me a friend's request. I'll accept it. But just let me know who you are when you send it. She sent me home, but I didn't go home. I went to the urgent care, and the urgent care was like, Oh, we don't treat that here. You need to go to the hospital. And I'm thinking, I can't go to the hospital because I don't have the money. So I went home. I don't really remember much of the drive from where I worked to the wound care center or from there to home. When I got home, my youngest son was already home, and he come downstairs and he looked at me, and I said, I need orange juice because I knew I had some upstairs. And he's like, are you okay? And I'm like, oh, everything's fine. So he came downstairs and I took some. Yeah, it was that bill I was worried about. I didn't know how I was going to pay it. It was like one of those, deep down, I knew I was getting ready to be fired type deals. And it had nothing to do with me being sick. It was because of the old manager. I worked under her. She did something wrong. I wound up getting canned. And because they were just cleaning house of all the old crew. So I think that's where my mind was, is I knew that if I went to the hospital and then turned around and got fired, I wouldn't be able to pay it. But my son brought me the orange juice, and I drank the orange juice, and that's the last thing I remember. And I had called my husband and told him what was going on. He, from the time he got off till the time he got to the house, he was blowing up my cell phone and my son's cell phone. And I never answered. Never answered my phone. I never heard my phone. So he sent my youngest son back down here, and my youngest son tried waking me up, and I remember I could hear him on the phone saying, Daddy, all I can do is get her to make a noise. That's it. He said she won't open her eyes. And him saying, okay, all right, okay. And that's all my son, he wasn't like young. I was 2 years ago. He's 19. He'll be 19. So he was 17. Yeah, he was 17 when that happened. And I just remember him saying, come on, Mama, you got to get up. Mama, Mama. I could hear him, but it sounded like, in the cartoons where it sounds like it's in a tunnel. That's what it was sounding like. And I'll never forget it. I could hear the front door open. We've got a metal door and a wooden door. I heard the wooden door hit, and my husband was flying down the stairs, and he had a Pepsi in his hand, and he said, hold this, and he handed it to my son, and he sat me up. And I mean, my husband has never hit me, okay? Let me clarify that once and for all. My husband has never hit me, but he slapped my face to wake me up. And my eyes did fly open, and he's like, I need you to listen to me. I need you to drink this. Don't ask any questions. Just start drinking. And my eyes started, he goes, if you don't want me to slap you again, don't you close my eyes. So he put the Pepsi in front of me, and I just started drinking it. And as soon as I started drinking it, when you start to get sick, and if you drink something, you're just going to throw up everywhere. As soon as that Pepsi hit my stomach, I knew that's what was going to happen. And I could feel it. but I was so lethargic, I couldn't tell my husband I was getting ready to be sick. And at this point, he's sticking my finger, my son's holding my Pepsi, and my sugar had dropped from 45, where it had been staying, to 19. And my husband was very shocked I wasn't in a coma, which all rights, I should have been in a coma. But what we had figured out was I had been treating my low blood sugar as though I was a diabetic. So I was doing it the wrong way. And so once I started not cutting out as much sugar as, because I did no sugar whatsoever because I was so afraid of becoming a diabetic. Once I started adding in sugar and I got away from that job, my blood sugar hasn't dropped except for, I'd say, 4 times in the last 2 years. And it's not been like in the 40s or anything like that low. It's not been lower than 70. But for me, that's really low. And it makes me like, lol. But yeah, I didn't realize how much stress played a part on your sugar, on your health. It's not fun. It is definitely not fun. Now, I don't check my blood sugar every day or anything like that. I probably should, but I don't. I just know when I'm yeah. Um it was a running gag with me and my husband. I'm like, you know, as many times as my blood sugar has been that low, I should be dead. I mean, I really, really should be dead because of my sugar. And I told him, I said, God either has something really excited planned for me, or he's just wanting to see how many times he can do this before I go, hey, dude, enough is enough. I don't know. Yeah, my blood sugar's been pretty steady. Like I said, Thursday was the last real bout I had with it, and that's because I got so overheated. But it dropped Thursday. It was like, it was fluctuating between 50 and 60, and that's the lowest it's been since. Usually at 70, I know. But other than that, yeah. Oh, I know he's not malicious like that. There's only been, let's see, there was one day. The reason why I put it together about the heat and my blood sugar was one day my dad and I used to go walking every day. This is even when I first started working. I was doing Weight Watchers and working, and after my Weight Watcher meeting, my dad and I would meet up and we'd go walking. I don't know. She's somewhere. She's doing fine. She's getting old though. Um, Dad and I had went walking one day, went back to his house, had a very light lunch. I left his house. I was heading home, and all of a sudden, everything started going like this. And it was like I was looking into a tunnel. And I was like, I have to get to my brother's house because my brother's house is before you get to mine. And I live in one subdivision, he lives in the other. And I was actually going through his subdivision to go home. And normally I don't do that. I just go the long way. But that day I decided I was going to go through his subdivision, which I'm assuming that, that was God. And I remember I saw his house, and I kind of went up and at the time I had my truck. I went up in his yard, and him and a friend were leaving, and I threw the truck and drive, and my head hit the steering wheel. So my brother came over, and he opened the truck door, and the other guy was with him, and he said, "Are you okay?" And the only thing I could say was glucose. Those were the only words that came out of my mouth. Only word that came out of my mouth. And he looked at the other guy and he goes, "I have no idea what that means." The other guy goes, "I do. Put her in the house and let's go to the drugstore." By the time they got back, it was like that tunnel. And I was just like, that was the first time I thought I was going to die from it. Have you been through? See, I didn't think I had issues with my blood sugar. Well, I can't say that. I've been hypoglycemic my entire life. Um, they they found it out when I was a kid in Florida. My mom said I'd be running around and then I would just flunk, collapse, pass out, whatever. So I always had to keep almonds on me, because almonds will raise your blood sugar. And so as a kid, you'd see me with pockets full of almonds. And that doctor back then believed it was the heat that was doing it to me. And that's how come I always thought, in the back of my mind, getting overheated has something to do with your blood sugar. And then I hadn't had issues with my blood sugar, God, for years. The last time I had an attack was when my middle son was like 6 years old. Was the very last time I had one until I started working. Once I started working and getting overheated at this job, that's when my blood sugar really started acting up. And I was having to take glucose on a daily basis, which I know that's not good for you either. But the doctor was like, "Oh, it has nothing to do with the heat. It has nothing to do with the heat." So, yeah. So, I don't know if it was a heat factor. I don't know. I just know that I would get overheated. My blood sugar would go, and I'd get sick. Somebody done sent me a text message. My hubby. When I joined Weight Watchers, I was at 307, 370. 300, was it 370, 350? I don't remember. Anyway, I was over 300 pounds. And some of you watching this may go, oh my God, that's really fat. Yes, that is. But,
Oh, right. Somebody done set me.
at my biggest, I was 550 pounds. I lost I honestly can't remember if I was 350 or 375 when I started Weight Watchers. We'll say I was, because I know I almost lost 200 pounds by myself before I started Weight Watchers. So I don't remember. I'm an emotional eater, and I know this. Those are my triggers. I get depressed. I want to eat. I get happy. I don't want to eat when I'm happy. If I get mad, I want to eat. If I'm depressed, I know I already said that one. I want to eat. Scared, I want to eat. I just don't care about eating when I'm happy. It's just all the other. Bored. Oh my God, bored. I eat like a freight train. So I know what my triggers are. When I worked, I ate all healthy foods because I had to buy my own food. I bought vegetables were always in the house, fruits were always in the house, stuff like that. Very healthy foods. I got back with Weight Watchers. I got down to I got down to 250 pounds and stayed there. I was completely stuck. I could not get past the 250 mark. The last time I checked my weight, I was back up to 285. I'm okay with that. I wish I could go for a walk. The job I had fallen multiple times off of a ladder, had hit my back multiple times. I've got severe nerve damage, not from the job. It may have helped things along, but it wasn't from the job. When I had my last son, I had the epidural, and they screwed the epidural up, and I have sciatic nerve damage. But from where I had worked for so long, and I was a klutz and I fell a lot, I now can't stand for more than 10 to 15 minutes at a time. I do have an exercise bike. Right now, it's a trash can holder. I don't like it, but I need to start using it again to get my legs toned again. I like an elliptical. That's just me. I wanted to buy the elliptical. My husband talked me into buying this stupid exercise bike. I've used it one time. I don't like it. But I am going to start using it. I need to. Maybe I should do that. Hold myself accountable. I start doing a vlog saying I'm using it. See, the exercise bike I have, you're supposed to be able to sync it up through Wi-Fi, and um, you're supposed to be like through Google Map, or anyway, you're supposed to be able to sync your phone up to it and watch, sort of like those really fancy exercise bikes where they do you can see the mountains and stuff you go through. It's one of them, supposed to be, but it's not. Like, yeah, sorry, my words are just not. I have a game for my Wii. I just don't know if it'll play on my Wii U, and it's called oh, and I'll tell you what it's called. Hey, where'd it go? I don't remember getting rid of it. There's my Wii Sports. I tell you what's really fun is Wii Sports. Those are a lot of fun. I'm going to have to ask my son if he took it upstairs. It's not in here. There's my Wii Sports. Unless it's one of these. Whatever. It was a walking game. And what you did it, and I know I didn't get rid of it. You're getting ready to see one Mad Mama. Oh, I think there's a whole new thing, and a whole other thing of games. Our 5-month-old boxer and 4-month-old kitten is playing. Of course, boxer only uses mouth to play. Aww. It's a walking game, and you hold both controllers in your hand, and you have to walk to the beat of the music. And I absolutely loved that game. I would get on it, and because you use a little avatar, and for every step you get right, you can open up new boards, and it would take you through like beautiful cornfields and flowers, and by the ocean. And one of the songs I used to love to play, drove my husband nuts, was Walking on Sunshine. Oh my gosh, my My husband would just absolutely scream, laugh, and tell me how much he hated that song. Oh, thank you very much, Linda. I was so excited. It was so funny. I told my husband because he was watching the drawing with me, and I was like, um, when you did the first drawing, I was like, oh, that's not fair. Shay won. I'm the one that told Shay to sign up to check your channel out. She was number 12, I believe. And then I was like, I don't know who 14 is, but oh well. I said, because 14 got the one that I wanted. And then I saw last night you did another drawing. And I was like, I know it's not Shay. Shay got hers because she did a video. And I told my husband, I'm like, I didn't say anything to my husband. And all of a sudden I was like, oh my gosh, I won. I was so excited. I couldn't find your email, and then I was like, oh right, she sent me an email the other day. So that's how I emailed you. No, I'm so excited. I can't wait to get it. I'm going to do a video on it. But yeah, that game for the Wii is just, it was so much fun. I figured out at one point, I figured out how to hook the nunchuck to one pocket and the other part to the other pocket, because at the time I had an elliptical, and I would do my elliptical for like 4 and 5 hours at a time because I just absolutely loved the elliptical. I wore it out, and my husband had to get rid of it. And after I got rid of my elliptical, I stopped exercising. But I thought where I was walking so much at work and lifting and having to do squats at work, I thought I was getting enough exercise. But once your body gets used to doing the same thing over and over and over and over, it's no longer exercise. So, yeah. I did get some, what's it called? At a yard sale the other day, I found some of the Richard Simmons dance exercise. I will. I'll let you know as soon as I get it. I know. I was like, how could somebody not contact somebody? Those were so cool. I'm excited because I'm wanting to. I've been putting off making one. And as a matter of fact, that's what I was going to do today, was to make one of those because my tree's not ready. And then when I won, I'm like, oh, I'm putting that off to the side. Now I get to get my hands on it and see exactly how it's made. So I'm excited. Yes, if you ladies have not subscribed to This Lady Loves Crafting, please go check out her channel. She makes some awesome stuff. I just recently found her. She just made the cutest little journals, and I just happened to win one because, like she was saying, the other lady never contacted her, so I'm the proud recipient of it. And I'll show you ladies that. But you'll get to go check out her channel. I've been binge watching her videos. Oh, you're welcome. You're trying to get, or you're the one trying to get to 1,000, right? And not that far off, or is that somebody else? Oh my gosh. I've got so many new channels I've just started watching that I hadn't even heard of before. Oh, another channel that I want to give a shout out to. Let me check because I want to make sure I give out the right shout out. Where'd it go? I know it's here. I hate that when I know where something is and then I can't find it. Anyway, this other YouTuber, as soon as I can find her name, she is trying to get to 2,000 subscribers, I think. A 100. Okay. I couldn't remember. I knew there was you and one other person that was trying to get. Okay. Patty Ann's place. I believe what hers is she's trying to get to 2,000. I believe that's what it is. And when she does, she's giving away a Cameo 3. Oh, wait. Okay, she's giving away a Cameo. I don't remember if it's a 3 or if it's the 4, but she's giving away a Cameo. It's one of those two. All you have to do to be entered is to be subscribed to her and subscribe to her newsletter. I'll write her name down because I know with my southern twang, it's not really easy to understand me. That is the name. Let me make sure. Well, my fingers are over it. Patty Ann's. I don't know how to. I don't know how to do links. Let me see if I can go to one of her videos and do a link. Watch this. That's just a cute. Oh, right there, copy. Paste. Did that work? I think that worked. That's where she's doing a little turkey. I believe that's the video one of her mods is talking about the giveaway, but I'm not sure if it's not that video. It's one of the ones before that. She's at 19.5 now, so she needs 500 more subscribers, and then she'll be giving away a cameo. Which I just love watching her because I've been learning how to use my Cricut through her. I should be doing my laundry, but I decided to do a live stream instead. So I feel you. I would say go have fun, but that's not any fun. Try to do something fun in the meantime. Bye. Thank you for stopping by. Yeah, now I gotta go do my laundry. I don't want to do laundry. Laundry's not fun. Cooking's not fun either. Making stuff is fun. But for some reason, people in this house think they have to eat every day. Aw, thank you. Yeah, this lady loves crafting. She is I like listening to her. She's her voice is just so very sweet and calming. And I think that's why Patty Ann, Patty Ann, she'll crack you up. She's very sweet too. Yeah, I don't know why people have to eat every day. I mean, come on. You eat and it's just going to go to your waist or something, you know? Forget it. Eating's overrated. I have got to turn this AC down. Hold on a second. Oh, that's way too low. Go back up one. Yeah, tonight I think I'm doing breakfast for dinner. Yep, exactly. I think I'm going to do breakfast. My husband wants biscuits and gravy. I really don't, but if that's what he wants, I'll make it for him. And men, why do men have to be so flip? My husband can sit there and eat till the cows are coming home, and he's about as big around as a minute. Okay, he is packing a bear gut, but not a big one. But he's still no bigger around than a minute. I wish I had his metabolism. And my dad, oh, my dad makes me so mad sometimes because he'll be like, oh, I have to lose like 20 pounds. And I'm like, oh, really? He's like, yeah. And then you go back and you see him 2 weeks later and you're like, what the crap? You've lost 20 pounds. Yeah. I just cut back on what I eat. I cut back on what I eat, and it's like I get fatter. My body's like, oh no, she's starving us again. Not really. I have cut down on what I've been eating though. I've been doing really good. I've been eating smaller portions. Okay, except for the last few days. I haven't. My husband was home from was on vacation, and I ate what I wanted when I wanted because because that's just how that goes. we went we went to Golden Corral. I actually didn't do too bad at Golden Corral because I'm a veggie person, so I got all kinds of vegetables. Oh, I love veggies. I know, and it's like a man can go, I don't want that. And their body's like, okay, we don't need it. All right, 20 pounds gone. A woman goes, I'm going to cut back. And our bodies are like, what the hell are you doing, woman? We need this. We're going to hold on to everything now. It's not fair. It is so not fair. It's like, this is the only caffeine I drink. I don't even know if that has. Oh, this doesn't even have caffeine. Okay. I should say this is basically the only carbonated drink I drink. Every once in a while, I'll have a beer. Mostly, I drink water and tea, and I drink unsweet tea. So my husband says basically I drink water and dirty water. Those are the only two things I drink. And I don't even drink this that often. Even when we go to restaurants, I get unsweet tea or water. And when we go out to eat, I always get more vegetables than anything, and it's just like, but my husband can sit there, he's like pouring back the coffee and the Mountain Dews and the Melly Yellows, and I'm like, we don't eat a lot of fatty foods at all. Well, I have figured out, we've been trying different meats and stuff. And I found out that pork, but it's certain cuts of pork and certain ways that a hamburger meat are prepared makes me sick. What was it we had the other night? I made spaghetti, and I made it with hamburger meat. The hamburger meat we had was very lean. I cooked it, drained the grease and everything, made our spaghetti the way we normally do. The next day, it soured on my stomach. I mean, that's the only way I know how to describe it. I was deathly sick. I mean, to the point where I wish I was dead. Nobody else in the house was sick, just me. Then I made pork chops, and the pork made me sick. And I told my husband, I said, this is weird that certain meats that I used to be able to eat all the time are now making me sick when I eat them. I don't know if it's because we've eaten them so much, and my body's just like, go away, or what? Uh, my favorite thing is making lasagna. The last time I made lasagna, and I used hamburger meat, I was sick as a dog. So this last time I made lasagna, I made myself a vegetarian lasagna, and I was fine. Yeah, see, that's where I remember my aunt telling me that she can't eat hamburger meat anymore because it made her sick, and that she just started getting sick from pork. And I'm like, oh, good God. Um, Chicken, if it's cooked on a bone, makes me sick as a dog. If it's not on the bone, I'm fine. I can eat it. So I don't know if like the pork chops we had because it was on the bone, if it maybe it's the bone marrow that makes me sick. Um, Ribs, if they're on the bone, doesn't matter if they're pork or beef, make me sick. But if we make the boneless ribs, they don't bother me. So I don't know if it has something to do with the bone marrow. Yeah, but that bacon sure does taste good. My finger itches. Sorry, that's why you see me looking down. What time is it? Oh, I've been on. I didn't plan on staying on here this long. Yeah, probably why my stomach always gets upset. I have just discovered turkey bacon. Oh my gosh. That stuff is so good. Oh, my husband. Hi, Pasha. I don't know if I said that right. Sorry if I didn't. Um, my husband took me to Burger King, and I tried is it called the Impossible Whopper or Imposs? Anyway, I tried that plant-based Whopper. Oh, you're from Russia. How cool. But I tried that new plant-based Whopper. I could not tell the difference between the Whopper and it. Oh my God, Kitty. My husband got, yes, I'm from the USA. I'm in Tennessee. So if you hear a twang, that's the southern part. Yes, I tried. My husband got the bacon. I don't know, some bacon burger, and I'm like, let me just have a little piece of your burger, and I want to try. Yeah, I couldn't tell the difference. My husband, he wouldn't try it because he's allergic to all vegetables. Don't ask. He's a hypochondriac. That's what I think anyway. It's so weird. I have to watch chat on my other computer, and it's like so far behind what StreamYard is. Oh my gosh. He could eat potatoes, corn, and peas. Those are the only three vegetables he will eat. Now, when him and I first got together, he ate his hamburgers with lettuce and tomato. He didn't eat onion. He didn't like those. But the day I found out I was pregnant, he had just got done eating a hamburger, and we'd only been married. Let's see, we got married in September. I found out in October. So less than a month that I was pregnant. And I tell him, oh, hey, I got some news for you. And he's like, oh, yeah, what's that? And I said, I'm pregnant. He threw up all over the place. And he's like, I can't eat lettuce and tomatoes anymore. I'm allergic to them. I'm like, no, fool. I just told you I was pregnant. You freaked out. That's why you got sick. It had nothing to do with that lettuce and tomato. But to this day, he claims he can't eat lettuce and tomato. I mean, I'm like, oh my God, please. It's just too funny. And he was 18 at the time, and he's being told, hey, we're pregnant. It's good times. Instant meal. Yep, that's exactly what it was. He had just gotten off work. He was at his friend's house. I was meeting him there to pick him up. They had stopped to get hamburgers because, 18-year-olds, they can put away food, 24/7. So that was just a snack before we got home for me to make him dinner. And I'm like, oh, and by the way, I'm pregnant. You're what? You can see the color drain from his face, and then he was throwing up. It was awesome. I thought it was funny. Then when he pops off, must have been the tomato and lettuce. What? Where did that come from? You've been eating it all your life, and now you're allergic to it. Okay, all right. Tastes quite funny. I honestly think a lot of it is psychosomatic with vegetables. And the reason why I say that is, now he could really be allergic to tomatoes. I will give him that. But mushrooms, I don't buy that for a minute. We used to go over to my brother's house when he was married to his first wife. And we would have spaghetti every weekend. And he did not know we were putting mushroom sauce in the spaghetti. So for 6 years, he was eating spaghetti with mushrooms in it. Never once got sick. Never once complained, nothing. One day, he came in and he just happened to see the can that said mushroom sauce. And from then on out, he was sick as a dog. I mean, I was like, really? Really? For 6 years, you've been eating this spaghetti, not knowing there was mushrooms in it. And now because you saw the can that said mushroom, you're sick. Oh no, I got sick. I couldn't figure out why I was getting sick because you all said it was meat sauce. I don't get it. I don't get it. Love him to pieces, but veggies and him just don't get along. It is all in his head. I mean, tomatoes I will give him though, because I have seen him. We have eaten stuff that even I didn't know had tomatoes in it, and he didn't know had tomatoes in it, and then he's gotten violently ill. But it's always been with things with tomatoes in it. And so I'll give him tomatoes because I do know people who are allergic to tomatoes. So I'll give him that. But on everything else, I'm calling BS. I keep telling him I want to take him to, that hypnotist that comes to town and he'll stop you from smoking. He'll help you lose weight. I want to take him to him so that we can both stop smoking, but also to tell him, hey, he is not allergic to vegetables. He can eat veggies. Of course, because I said that, he went and looked up being hypnotized, and he's like, you can only be hypnotized. It only works if you truly believe it works. I'm like, what kind of freak would look it up? Are you already trying to psych yourself out of it? Oh my God. It's such a goofball. And that's why we've been married for 24 years. Oh gosh. My youngest son, bless his heart, is just like his daddy. Only, let me rephrase that. He's not like his daddy. He will flat out tell you it's a texture thing with him. He doesn't like the textures of tomatoes. He doesn't like the texture of corn. I mean, yeah. He won't come on. He will not come on YouTube. I actually asked him to help me do an auction, and he's like, nope. So now I've got to think of another way to. I'm thinking about just going and getting some boxes, the prepaid boxes from UPS, and putting a bunch of stuff that I want to sell and say, this is what's in this box. You want this box. This is how much it is plus shipping. I mean, I don't know. I've got stuff I need to get rid of. I've got like a butt ton of Stampin' Up stamps. I forget what else was over there in that box. I know it was a ton of Stampin' Up stamps. But yeah, he won't. He does not want to be on the camera. But if you were here, he would definitely entertain you. My youngest has popped on a couple of times. My youngest is a hoot. I normally don't, but I've been on here. I'm smoking. I may turn that so you don't see me smoke, but let's do. Nope, that doesn't help. Here, I'll turn you towards the tree. You'll be talking to me, but you're going to see the tree. How's that? mm. This is what I used to, make the inside. I don't have it glued yet. It's tracing paper. And I got the kids' tracing paper. Oh, I don't remember if I showed you all my Gelato bottle after it was done. Okay, I haven't painted this part yet. Inspector Gadget. Da, 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 da. I found my corks. I cut this out so that it would go there. And then, oh, hey, that E6000 works. Okay, so I E6000 his head. I mean, his head doesn't come all the way down, but you can't tell from the front. But I'm thinking about, I don't normally do Halloween stuff. But what I was in a live stream and we decided that instead of Skelegro, this is Skeletroll. You pour this on the trolls and they don't come back. Okay, except for his arm that just wants to stay stuck up. So, yeah, he's going to be my Skeletroll. We can get rid of all the trolls. I'm looking for a Smurf or a what is it? A Smurf or a mouse, because the way I did the tree, I want to do a mushroom, and I either want to put a Smurf in it, make it like a little Smurf house, or if I can find a little bitty mouse, like mouse character, not Mickey Mouse, but like, you know, cute little mouse, make him a home, and this will be his friend, his little tree friend. I'm thinking about making some okay. I'm thinking about making fairies actually to go on him, even though he kind of looks creepy. Because I thought that would be cute to have fairies on him. And with the little mushroom house. I do Skype too if you have Skype. I saw some really cute fairies made out of flowers, and I'm thinking about doing that. Because after he's painted, he's just going to look like a tree. I mean, I know his face lights up, but, you know, that's him talking. And my son said, that's not scary. Yeah, Jennifer and I, we Skype. Uh, my husband and I, we Skype. I know it sounds weird, but we do. Because if we're watching our favorite TV shows and we don't want to talk during during the commercials, we'll Skype. But yeah, that's what I think I'm gonna do with my little tree. I think I'm gonna turn him into a fairy tree after everything's said and done. Did you send me a friend's request on Facebook? Oh, I got a ton of notifications. Christine did. I'm so excited. In the last three days, I've won 3 different giveaways. 2 were from one person, and then from Crafty Lady. No, this lady loves crafting. She makes the 3rd one. Oh wow! Apparently, I've got new crafting members in my group. We don't need to raise money for nothing. I also have a Facebook group if anybody wants to join it. It's Yvonne Grubb World of Crafting. I accepted. Let's see. Apparently, we're up to 10 members now. Yay! It'll always say that I'm on Facebook because I leave it on my phone too, so you can always get a hold of me through that. I need to get some more administrators. Okay, now I can turn that back. I'm not smoking anymore. If you like almonds, I don't know if you have a Roses by you. They have cocoa covered almonds. OMG. They are delicious. Let's see. Is that where I got them? Let me make sure I'm telling you the right place. Yeah. Cocoa covered almonds. They were $1.99, and the bag was absolutely huge. I've almost finished them all off. But what time is it? 3:30. My husband will be getting off in about 30 minutes. I thought about adding leaves to him on some of his branches, and I was thinking about these leaves, but I don't know if they're too small. I don't know. They're actually half almonds. They split them in half. Let me see. I had to put them in a Ziploc bag. There's not. Yeah, they're half almonds. They split them in half and then so they're all coated. That's all that's left. This bag, this isn't the bag they came in, but it was up to here full of almonds. When I take my dad to the doctor's tomorrow, I'm stopping back by to get another bag. Because they're, like I said, they're really good. I'm hoping they have them. That's what I was thinking. I mean, these leaves. Ugh. Oh, well, I just pulled them apart. Let's see. There's said Mr. Tree, Mr. Happy. So, let's see. Just sit there so she. Ah! Okay, that leaf ain't cooperating. But that's how big they would look. And I don't want them everywhere, just like in little spots. That's what I was thinking. Yeah, I thought about making them myself, but yeah, I'd just rather buy them. I've got the cocoa and the butter. It's just the almonds are so expensive here because they're not salted almonds. They're just dusted in the cocoa powder. So however they got the cocoa powder to stick, which you're probably right, it's probably butter maybe, but you don't taste any salt. I didn't turn the candle on, did I? No, he's off. Okay. I couldn't tell if the candle was on. I love boiled peanuts, but they're just so flippin' salty. I'm thinking about making my own. Hello, I'm back again. But yeah, I thought making some little fairies to sit on him would be cute. Even though he was supposed to be a spooky tree. He don't look spooky at all. Yeah, that's true. I want to look up how to do boiled peanuts. I know it's not hard to do, and I've got a crock pot, so I know I can do them in the crock pot. I've really been debating on whether I want to put a bowl in here. I forgot to cover that finger. I keep finding places that I missed on him. Like I missed that finger and that finger. I missed part of this finger. And before you put the paint on him, you have to make sure that he's covered. Don't think I have the inside completely covered yet either. Nope, I don't. But I may just get a bowl to sit on the inside of him. Yeah, my husband's wanting me to make a cake. I'm not in the mood. I like to make them from scratch. I don't feel like it. He's already getting homemade biscuits, so he wants biscuits and gravy. Oh, I'm gonna have to look. Is it on that channel, the Crafty Kitty? Coconut crisp cookies. Oh, that sounds yummy. Almond Joys, that sounds yummy. You made your own Oreos? Oh. I may be binge watching your channel. Yeah, my husband, when we first got married, he wanted French toast. And I'm like, okay, well, I'll go to the store and all I have to get is bread and milk and I'll be right back. Because when he came home from work, he wanted breakfast. Because he was a road dog at the time. Oh, not on your channel. Oh, you YouTube. Oh, okay, I get what you mean now. Okay. So I had the eggs at the house. I had everything else to make him breakfast. I just needed to go get the bread to make the French toast and the milk. I come back home and I was only gone 15 minutes. I come back, I get my bread set up, I get the milk, and I go to get the eggs out of the refrigerator, and I'm looking, and I knew I had 24 eggs in the refrigerator before I went to the store. So I go back in there into the living room, and he's in there playing the video game at the time. And I asked him, I said, wasn't there 24 eggs before I left to go to the store? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, well, where are they? He said, I got hungry, so I ate them while I was waiting for you. I'm like, sweetheart, how do you expect me to make you French toast without eggs? And he's like, I don't know. My mom always got it out of a box. Yeah, 24 eggs. Yeah, he used to eat 24 eggs at a time. Yeah. Now, this was back when he was 18 years old. But yeah, he's like, I don't know. My mom always got French toast from a box. I was just like, no, seriously. Really? Yeah, he was like, yeah, he goes, I figured you were just fine. I said, I told you all I had to go get was bread and milk to make you French toast. And he's like, well, my mom always got, yeah, you know how Kellogg's or Eggo, they make French toast in the box? It comes in a box, and all you have to do is heat it up. That's all his mom ever made. She never made real French toast. So he did not know how to make real French toast. So I told him, are you still hungry? Do you still want French toast? He's like, yeah. I said, now you go to the store and you buy me the eggs to make French toast. And I'm going to teach you how to make French toast. So he did. He went to the store. He bought eggs. He bought a bunch of stuff while he was at the store. But he came back and I taught him how to make French toast. But it was the funniest thing. He's like, I didn't know you could make French toast. I just thought it came from a box. I'm like, okay. Yes. Yeah, when I make my French toast, I scramble my eggs. I add a little bit of milk, and I add cinnamon. If I have nutmeg, I'll put a little nutmeg in there, and then dunk your bread, and then throw it in the skillet. If I want to make fancy French toast, stuffed French toast, I'll make my own bread, and then I'll cut the slices like really really thick to make the pocket in it, and then I'll still cook the French toast. How did I make it one day? I made him stuffed French toast, and I had cooked some sausage. Ugh, that's a mouthful. Some sausage patties and bacon, and I put some of the sausage and scrambled eggs and some of the bacon and scrambled eggs, and then I stuffed the French toast with that so that it would heat back up as the French toast was cooking. He really liked that. He was like, oh, I didn't know you could do that. And then he used to buy, the cans of biscuits you can get that have like 10 in them and they're about that big around. He would eat 4 cans of those, a dozen egg, a pound of bacon, and a bunch of potatoes. That's how he ate when he came in from off the road. And I decided it was cheaper to make biscuits than it was to keep buying the canned biscuits. So I called my dad for his biscuit recipe, and I made, a lot of people stuff it with like cream cheese, and I don't like cream cheese and French toast. I'm not that kind of fan. So I just stuffed it with stuff I thought I would eat. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's so true. Uh, he has been thrown out of Okay, when we first got married, he we went to a buffet, and he was asked to leave the buffet because he ate so much. Do you know how embarrassing that is to have your spouse asked to leave because they're eating too much? I mean, he had a hollow leg when he was younger. I'm telling you. But he come back from off the road, and uh, it, it was him, his friend, and his friend's dad. They all were on the road together, and he called me, told me how long they were going to be out, and I said, well, if they want to stay for breakfast, I've got breakfast going. And he's like, oh boys, what is it? I said, it's eggs, biscuits and gravy, sausage, bacon, fried potatoes, and I had coffee on. I don't drink coffee. Ugh. But yeah. Oh, and what was bad was it used to be the place he worked at. They were like, dude, no, you can't, no, you gotta go. You're eating way too much food. I mean, he cleared, it was shrimp night, and he cleared the shrimp table 4 times before they threw him out. I was like, oh my God. Oh my God. It was embarrassing. That happened to us 3 different times at 3 different restaurants. It's like, no, no, dude. And they would always be so nice. They'd say, ma'am, you and your son don't have to leave, but we're going to have to ask your husband to. No. If he goes, I'm going, of course. I mean, duh. And then he'd be like, you want to get a pizza on the way home? My God, you just ate like, I don't know how many pounds of shrimp and you're still hungry? Yeah. Thank God he doesn't eat like that anymore. But they got to the house, and I had made cat head biscuits, those great big fluffy biscuits. And so I made his friend's plate because he told me to feed them first. So I made his friend's dad his plate, made his friend his plate, took and made his plate, took them all out together, and I was passing out the plates, and he's like, I've never seen a biscuit this big before. I don't drink coffee either. Never have liked. See, I love the smell of coffee brewing, but I hate it. I can't drink it. Now, like coffee candy, that's really good, but I don't like coffee. Yeah, he was like, where did you get these biscuits that they're this big? I said, I made them myself. I said, they're called cat heads and red eye gravy. First time I made red eye gravy, thank God it turned out. My dad walked me through it on how to make it. That's the only reason why they had coffee, because you put coffee in red eye gravy. I love to cook. I love to bake. I just don't do it enough. I need to do it more. When I first lost my job, I was making cookies and cakes every other day. And I was like, I can't do this. I'll be bigger than the house. I want to make another, what is it called? jelly roll cake. I want to make another one of those. Once my dad's feeling better, I think I'm going to go over there and say, hey, Dad, we got to make another jelly roll cake. I like baking with my dad. My dad's a baker. Yeah, but I don't know anybody to sell them to anymore. When you live in a small town and you don't know anybody really, it's kind of hard to do stuff like that. Now, the restaurant my son used to work at, I was going to start supplying them with cookies and stuff to sell, but then they closed. So that didn't happen. Well, it has been nice talking to everybody, but my husband will be home in about 30 minutes, and I've got to start dinner. And I think that's my young'un coming down here going, what's for dinner? So, what's that? I don't want mail. That's bills. Oh, good. They're all for Daddy. So, well, that one's not for Daddy. Set this one on Charlie's bed. State Farm. Do I have insurance through State Farm? Who's my insurance through? Farm Bureau. I don't have State Farm. So, come say hi to the girls. I got Pringles. That's my youngin'. So, yeah, just set that on Charlie's bed. I'll tell him that it's in there because he pays the cable bill. I don't.
Should I start getting?
Hold on, I'll tell you. All right, so I'm gonna jump off here, and I will talk to you all sometime tomorrow after I take my dad. Get back from taking my dad to the doctor's. That's what I was trying to say. So until, yes, that's what he said. I got Pringles.
I like Pringles.
Oh, he said I like Pringles. It sounded like you said I got Pringles. Yeah. Yeah, he said I like Pringles. I'm surprised he didn't scream bacon. That's bacon and waffle is what he's normally yells. He is yelling. But but anyway, I will talk to you ladies later. Yeah, I'll let y'all know how it goes with my dad tomorrow. So until then, I'm gonna say goodbye from Tennessee. Over here.